What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Steven. This is Steven in Stereo. In today's video, we are checking out Hayley Kiyoko, which we've checked out a couple things from her both on Twitch and on YouTube. And it's always really fun to not only see what she does with the music, but what she does with the videos as well. She's a really cool storytelling aspect to her music. And I feel like we're going to get more of that here, maybe. Girls like girls. Yes, very Hayley fucking energy there. I love it. And this is from 2015, so a little bit older, but it does have 141 million views, which means this song popped off on a whole nother level. I want to give a huge shout out to Chris over on Patreon for requesting this video. Thank you for everything you've ever done for me. I feel like you are one of those people that it's like I turn around and there's like something new being made for me and stuff like that. And I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate you. So yeah. All right. I'm excited to dive into this. I know this is like your favorite artist of all time. And I definitely understand why. So I'm excited to see Girls Like Girls. Let's do it. Love that faded in instrumental right there. Aww. Okay, wait a minute. Hayley's vocal delivery right here, I'm already here for. This definitely feels different from what I've listened to in the past from her. Stealing kisses from your missus doesn't make you freak out. Got you fussing, got you worried, scared to let your guard down, boys. I'm not sorry if I'm breaking walls down, building your... You know, interestingly enough, and I never thought that I would really hear this sound from her, but judging off what I've listened to in the past from her and how I feel about the approach to this song now, you definitely get more of a, it almost feels like an alternative pop style coming from her vocals. And I know this song is about, it's a little over 6 years old now, and it kind of feels like she was listening to a lot of like maybe like pop punk or like alternative rock at the time of like maybe like figuring out what vocal style she wanted to do. I actually really love the approach to this, especially with the instrumental being a little bit more, I guess, like pop and synthesizer heavy and focused. This is a really great approach. A second story, ripping all your floors out. Saw your face, heard your name. Oh, fuck. Wait, she said girls like boys do. It's nothing new. You know what else I kind of love about the storytelling aspect of this video right now is it's very much like a coming of age story being told here. Like, obviously, you know, this girl is like definitely younger, probably like late teens or whatever. And it's kind of interesting how I feel like when you are part of the LGBTQ parade, right? As I am myself, so I can fucking speak freely on it. I feel like when this is like one of those times whenever that confusion of like trying to do what everybody else thinks you're supposed to do or supposed to be, at least like, you know, where I grew up. And it's weird how you don't feel that way. And so like, as you're like growing up, you have these different feelings towards, these different people in your life or different experiences in your life. And I feel like this can be a very confusing time in that, because not only are you're growing up, you're going through changes and all this stuff, but you're trying to understand who you are. I feel like high school for me was such a confusing time, especially like being bi. I feel like I didn't know any friends that were like that, or that I felt like I could be open at that time. Obviously now very different, but this is such a confusing time. And I love that I can kind of feel that aspect coming to life here in the story.
Always gonna steal your thunder, watch me like a dark cloud on the move, collecting numbers. I'ma take your girl out. We will be everything that we ever need. Oh, don't tell me what I feel. I'm reeling out, I feel like
I love, again, this coming of age thing is just like such a cool way to see the story. You know, even seeing the story now, I think for me, this is very much on brand, right? Because I feel like when you're going through this confusing time, or maybe not even confusing, but maybe you don't quite like know how you feel until it kind of starts to happen. You see like the girl has the boyfriend, but it's kind of like, yeah, but do you have the boyfriend just because like it just seems like that's kind of the thing you do at this age and around this time? But you can see that she's falling in love with this other girl, and this other girl who doesn't have the boyfriend is obviously already in love with her. It's been that way. But you see that kind of coming to life, and I think that this is very on brand for like this age. Uh-oh. Aww. Whoa!
Keep your mouth shut! You've done enough already! Look at me, not her! What are you saying? What? How dare you do this to me? What are your...
Yes! Take that motherfucker out! Let's go! See, these are one of those times when, you know, I'm okay to not treat people with kindness. This is how I feel, right? You just grab that girl by the hair, you slammed her down because you've got this fucking insecurity because your girlfriend isn't actually your girlfriend. She's in love with someone else. And you should get your ass beat. That's all I'm saying. Get your ass beat right here. Aww. I love a good love story. Yeah, there it is. There we go, right there. You see that smile? That's why we're here for this video, right fucking there. Not only are you, you know, getting a chance to be with the girl that you're in love with, right? We love on this channel. But at the same time, you just whoop the fuck out of this fucking insecure homophobic dude who could not believe that his girlfriend could ever be in love with someone that wasn't him. Typical male attitude. Typical. I'm here for the smile right there. Like, you want to talk about fucking love. There it is right there. Of course, Trenton. That was that guy's name, Trenton. Okay, first, Chris, thank you for the request. I feel like this was a perfect video. I'm surprised this wasn't one of the first videos I ever saw from Hayley, just because there's definitely a lot here. But I did see one in the past that was similar to this with... who was it that she did that song with? You'll have to let me know, because I did it on YouTube, so I know it. I have to say that seeing this amount of love, seeing this amount of coming of age, like, I think that's really what I want to touch on. I want to talk about the song, but I want to talk about the video first, because with Hayley's music, I feel like the video is always just as important. There's a lot of effort going into the writing of these stories, and this is coming of age. And I keep saying that because obviously these girls are young. This seems like very high school age, which is really where, like, you may know, or you may be curious, like, when you're getting older, but I feel like high school is really the confusing part, or the acceptance part, or in my case, the just trying to hide it and reject it part for the majority of your life, until eventually you're comfortable enough and you're in love with somebody who lets you be who you want to be, and then you can come out with it. I hope that everyone gets that one day, but I understand that that's not the case for everybody. So that coming of age moment when you're in high school, and it just kind of seems like everyone starts to do the normal thing at the time, and you're kind of like, well, that's not really how I feel. Like, this is how I feel. And to know that these two girls, they were basically in love with each other from the beginning, but I think it's one of those moments where neither one of them were really showing that, because you don't know how the other person's gonna feel. And that's a big thing, right? You can tell these girls are really good friends, so like, you also don't want to do that, and then it turns out that it's not reciprocated, and then it can really tear your friendship apart too. So it's really important that the vibes are right. So in this, we've got this girl obviously in love with this other girl, and this other girl's got the boyfriend, and maybe just because it's kind of like what you're supposed to do, or like maybe she really thought that she was in love with him, all these things. But the more time spent with this other girl, it led to these feelings that were coming out, whether it be love or passion, whatever. They were starting to fall in love. And so them writing Trenton as this just like fucking douchebag, right? Like, just the like typical douchebag bro, being this girl's boyfriend, and kind of like very much like turning her off to him or whatever, but she's really focused on this other girl. And so to see them starting to fall in love, and then have the moment where Mr. homophobic Trenton comes and attacks this other girl for being in love with his girlfriend, which obviously there's some insecurity there. Somebody's very upset, but at the same time, like, he got his ass kicked, and rightfully so. I think that was pretty sick. But to see that love really flourish and come to life, especially through the trials and tribulations that were kind of going on throughout this video, that's really beautiful. And to see the smile at the end, despite the bloody face and kind of the travel, the journey you had to go through to get where you were at, seeing that smirk at the end just kind of like signifies like, okay, it was all worth it. Like, this fight was worth it. But I love this video as a companion to the song so much, because it really does take the song to the next level. Now, Hayley sounds incredible in this. Definitely the only time I've ever heard her with this style, and I want to hear more of it with this way. I feel like the alternative pop style in her vocals in this, combined with a little bit of influence from what felt like emo, almost like emo, like pop punk kind of style, hearing those come to life with this synthesizer heavy pop sort of track really brought a lot of characteristics of Hayley's vocals out that I've never heard before. So I love this. I think it's very well written. I think this chorus is super catchy. And again, I love that the video plays so much emphasis on the story, because it really makes this song hit even harder. Like, it makes you appreciate the song even more. So I'm so glad to have checked it out this way. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I feel like Hayley this is like fucking peak from Hayley that I've heard so far, and I'm really here for it. Thank you so much, Chris, for requesting this video and showing me Hayley for the in general the first time, and also songs like this. If you guys enjoy this video, please let me know in the comment section. I would love to know what other people think about Hayley Kiyoko. I feel like I'm definitely a fan. I definitely feel like she writes from a really great perspective, and it leads to some really great stuff, but I'd love to know what you guys think. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.